C1. You are listening at FameTV.info. Ah! A mournful scream tore the tranquil night sky of the school. With that cry, Zhong Wanqiu turned around and ran in panic. Tears welled up in his eyes. The scene that he had just witnessed had completely torn her heart apart. Xia Jingxian, Jean Ruxu it was a gorgeous and lovesick kiss. However, Xia Jingxian had always been her boyfriend. Everyone knew this, but now, everything had changed. Not only did Xia Jingxian and Jean Ruoxue hug each other, they even and kissed. Late autumn. When he heard Jean Ruoxue's voice, Xia Jingxian subconsciously let go of Jean Ruoxue and chased after Zhong Wanqiu. The sounds of Xia Jingxuan's footsteps rang out beside his ears, pounding heavily on his heart in the late autumn. It was actually that painful. No, she would not let him catch up to her. Now, she would not let him touch a single finger of hers. He had cheated her. Once, he had told her that she was his only favorite, but he had actually taken her behind his back and dated her at the place where she used to date him. In her heart, she was laughing bitterly. He must have thought that she had gone home to teach. Yes, she had really gone, but when she rushed to the student's house, she discovered that her student had gone to see a movie with her parents, and only then did she realize that there was an unopened text message on her phone. It turned out that her student had already informed her that she was in too much of a hurry to look at her phone after school and hadn't found it. She had also told Xia Jingxian about her tutoring. If not for that scene just now, how could she have clearly seen a person? Xia Jingxian and Jean Ruoxue. The road in front of him had already become blurry, and running at such a high speed had already attracted the attention of a few people on campus. But what did it matter here? She really didn't care. She only wanted to stay far away from Xia Jingxian. Otherwise, she felt that the air around her would be filthy. She rushed out of the school gate. She didn't even know where she got her speed from, but the long-legged Xia Jingxian wasn't able to catch up to her. It was strange, however, that it wasn't too late yet. According to the customs of the tea city, people should have just eaten dinner. There should be a lot of taxis, but there weren't even a single car on the street. Late autumn, Xia Jingxuan's voice was getting closer. In the end, she saw a car, but it was not a taxi. No matter what car it was, she would get on it. As long as she could get away from Xia Jingxian, it would be fine. She didn't want to hear any of his explanations. She shifted her body and made a parking gesture. Without thinking, she stood in the middle of the road, right where the car was about to arrive. Crack. With a loud crash, the sound of the brakes shook the eardrums of those who heard it. The windows of the car were instantly rolled down, and a cold voice shouted towards the late autumn, "Go away, you can't hit my car even if you want to." That voice was magnetic and pleasant to the ears, and did not match his ice-cold tone at all. However, all of this did not matter. In the evening autumn, he rushed to the front of the passenger seat without any hesitation and said, "Open the door, I want to get in." It was as if the car was her private car. The man shook his head disdainfully. Crazy. After he finished speaking, he ignored her and directly backed away the car, preparing to avoid her and directly leave. There were still no other cars on the road, as if the car was there to save her. Behind him, Xia Jingxuan's loud and clear voice rang out, "Late autumn, don't go. I have something to say to you." Hearing Xia Jingxuan's voice, she didn't know where she got the courage to do so, but when she saw that the car was reversing, she jumped onto the hood of the car with one hand clutching the headlight. She had to leave. No matter what, she couldn't let Xia Jingxian catch up to her. Shit. He really is crazy. The man frowned. The disdain on his handsome face grew even stronger. He glanced at Xia Jingxian, who was chasing after him, and asked her, "Who is he to you?" Listen to the full novel at FameTV.info, direct link in the description.